So howdy everyone, welcome back to more for Let's Play The Sinking City. On the back shut up, and as I said I would do, I've made our way back to St. Mary's Hospital here. Now we've done some more work for Grant. We'll go and let him know the good or maybe bad news as it is, we'll see. I think it was interesting as well as I was just covering through my way through the shell just on foot to get hold of more of these phone booths. Found this place, honestly, called the Fish Market. Didn't go in there at all, but it's its own location, and it looked quite interesting at a very quick glance. So we have a feeling we might need to be visiting there as part of our main quest line, but we'll get there when we do. Anyway, first thing first, let's go and have a chat with the good doctor. Let him know all the crazy stuff we found.
I visited that old shop you mentioned and found a few things you may be interested in. Even took a sample for studying.
What did you discover? I was sure a huge creature could not have wandered inside unnoticed.
He didn't.
The cult of the fecund mother was dumping corpses of their victims in the shop's basement.
Professor Westerbrook's research does suggest the Acheronians are attracted to dead bodies.
No, this one formed from the corpses themselves. There was a putrid slime on everything. Maybe that's the cause of this unnatural rebirth.
You said you took a sample of it. Well, I can conduct some experiments on rats. If your theory holds true, what a marvelous discovery.
Marvelous is a bit of an unsettling word. Oh, and the cannibal restaurant.
I paid a visit to that awful restaurant. I'd call it a den of evil, but that would be an understatement.
Good grief. What happened?
The cook was mad, a cannibal, and fed those jumping monstrosities on human flesh. He called them patrons.
That restaurant was a destination for Oakmont's elite, many of whom disappeared shortly after the flood. I think we now know why.
Are you suggesting that it was cannibalism that caused such a horrific transformation?
These days, alas, cannibalism is not so rare. Could it be that all the Cositians, as Westerbrook calls them, were once men?
It's a good question.
We've discovered a lot of disturbing information about the wild beasts. What are you going to do with it?
Well, I've already contacted the university. We'll cooperate to further study these phenomena.
I mean... Are they gonna do that much, though? Do they really want to know?
The public deserve to know. It would help them to protect themselves and others.
It would cause mass hysteria. Doesn't the city have enough problems already? I must insist you keep all this confidential.
I thought you wanted help.
And I will, but we must prepare our advice carefully, with scientific rigor. We cannot rush this, my friend.
Bye.
I felt like it was, yeah. Well, regardless, we have completed our quest, and we've got hold of loads of things that we can't actually carry, so... I guess that was a thing. So there we go. That is all well and done, folks. Field research is complete. What a terrible place that was. Oh dear. Well, we got some skills, but I don't have enough points to actually get on any more of that. That's a shame. We got hold of various bits and pieces he gave us, though I can't do much more of any of that. The job is done. Also, we've got ourselves some more in the bestiary. So, you know, the Stygians, Letheans. So these are Cositians. Common traits of humans. The most fascinating phenomenon is their digestive tract. Part which amongst their head is in fact their maw, extremely strong jaws. The brain, organ, and hearts are located beneath the stomach part of the stomach sac. So I guess the core of the digestive tract consists of several stomachs that can greatly enlarge at will. Ugh. The other specimens can even throw off the bone-filled stomachs and regenerate new ones. Yikes. And then we have these, the huge dudes, the Acheronians. The biggest dangers of the new post-flood arrivals are the Acheronians. They control the whole human body and are extremely resilient. Most importantly, their tissues respond to reanimation no matter how long they were dead. Can be revived by applying the proper discharge on the main neural cord located on its neck. Hypothesized that if we were able to extract this substance from its glands, that's probably not a good idea. Not gonna lie. I don't know, I'm a little concerned about that, you know. Well, the job is done. The quest is done. And that's what matters. Alright then, so next thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to swing on over to the police station. We've got some archive diving to do.
Be safe. We don't have any free beds left.
Oh, you Dr. Grant. Alright then, well, let's go swing away into here and see what we can find out. So remember, we're here to find out more information on this mirror that got stolen. And about this, this dude man that we found out about as well. Squint is the one.
Don't waste my time, newcomer.
Whatever. Go a little dig through their information. Now, where's the archives? Here we are. So, let's have a look. This is the one where art collects a demise. Again, the clue up there to say this is the evidence you want, which it'll give you on this difficulty. So we want probably property crimes. We want suspects, and we want Old Grove. Here we are. Philip O'Connell. Numerous burglaries in Old Grove, breaking and entering, tax evasion. Possible associate Sydney Stokes. His residence is in Oakmont, Mass Northern Salvation Harbour, west of the intersection of Moorland. Known for jaywalking, lollygagging, jury duty dodging. Sydney Stokes, eh? I think we have our next lead. Oakmont, Mass, Northern Salvation Harbour, west of intersection of Moorland. Northern Salvation Harbour, eh? Better give me a mark to do. Here we are. Northern Salvation Harbour, yes. I found that if you press A to place mark when you have nothing selected, the game will let you just go through these, which I wasn't unsure that it would let me do that. I was kind of messing about with stuff, so it's kind of useful. Anyway, so west of the intersection of Moorland and Salvation Road. Well, here's Moorland, it's the big one. Salvation Road is this one here. I mean, we're going west of the intersection, so we think it's going to be somewhere about there-ish, we reckon. Alright, okay then. Sounds good to me. It's probably not be a bad time for us to actually go and pay a visit to the fish market as well as while we're in the general vicinity. We got to go kind of-ish that direction anyways, right? So, I think that sounds good to me. Alright, well, I'll see you over there. Alright, so here is the fish market that I came by.
Vote for Oakmont. Your vote is your choice.
Ignore that. So yeah, I came by here and I noticed that interesting thing on the sign over there. So we should probably go and have ourselves a little investigation on the premises. And, well, who knows what we might end up finding. This seems a little too suspicious, if you ask me. Good God. Look at that. It's kind of impressive, not gonna lie. Also creepy as all hell. Sorry, fish. Jeez, all this stuff they've been, like, finding in the water and dredging up. Yikes. Hello?
What are you selling, mister? I don't see any goods.
I offer what everyone in this Borg needs most. Safety and comfort. You a newcomer? Where are you staying?
The Devil's Reef Hotel.
Oh, old Victor always thinks so small. A man of your talents could earn his board 100 ways. Maybe you want some more spending money?
And a job for a private eye, mister? I'm always up for a good side gig.
That's what I like to hear. I'm Walter. I need someone capable to take care of an issue on my property. Local fauna, if you know what I mean.
Real estate's a risky business. How'd you get into it?
All my life I was a common fisk trader. But I wanted more. I dreamed of being a landlord. A man who never works. So I scrimped and saved, and bought several houses. Gonna rent them to the refugees and newcomers. And I have even greater plans.
Let me guess. You need a gun for hire. Or is there another task?
I need you to place these incense burners on the top floor of my properties to drive off the wild beasts. Take a photo for me as proof.
Smoke that repels wild beasts. Does that even work?
Of course it will. No doubt. I bought it from a friend I trust.
Well, okay. Just give me the address. See you later.
Interesting.
This used to be an okay place to live.
But apparently not anymore. Alright then, so Walter here would like us to go a box of incensaries filled with weird powder to leave in his 3 houses. Coverside, Salvation Harbor, and the Shells. We can take pictures of all 3 of them when we get there. Okay then. I'm gonna need to probably place those on the map. Give me a second. Oh, by the way, these guys are cutting these fish together using axes. It's pretty badass. Huh, can I actually come down here? Huh. I never meant to be down here. People might take offense to this. I should probably,
The door won't budge.
Suspicious. Very suspicious. I'll remember that's there. Alright then, so let me go ahead and mark these on the map here. Right, so that's all 3 locations marked. I think these are pretty accurate. Shell, Salvation, and Coverside over here. So that's what we'll go ahead and do in a little bit, which is all well and good. Anyways, next thing's next is to actually carry on with the investigation of Squint, which is going to take us down this way. So let's go make our way over there then. One thing you do notice as you go down these various seas is you do spot these various objects, we'll say, coming out of some of the grounds and bits. It's probably good. You think like the like a higher power or something would be down here in Oakmont trying to work out what in the blue hell is going on, but never mind about that. Alright, let's go ahead and activate the phone. Salvation North, very good. Then we want to go and have a look for Squint here. So we think it's somewhere around here, and I have a feeling it's going to be this building right here. Now, whoever's in here may not be interested in talking, so we should probably be ready for anything in here. This is Sydney's residence, not Squint. It's the associate that we think might be able to give us the information we need. Mr. Stokes, the price for a separate burial for your mother Martha is 30 bullets. Well, can I give you a discount? There are more requests for burials than we have resources and manpower to satisfy. You must make a payment in 2 weeks or you have to turn your mother into a mass grave. Yikes.
I'm happy to say I've never been hungry enough to consider eating whatever this is.
It's kind of grim. Whoa. Mother.
Rest in peace.
Well, get any more of that stuff. around, I guess. Shit. Can never be this simple, can it? Get him! Ow. Oi! What's these little bastards? Nice! Double kill! Sweet! More of that, please. Well, shit.
Looks like Squint was having a bad day. Survived getting shot just to be stabbed to death. But who did it?
Think someone was covering their tracks, maybe? Get to that in a second. Okay, I didn't see anything else. Alright then. Just tell me to look at something, but I can't quite work out what exactly. Ah, the knife.
At long last, I'll fix what that old ape lover Francis did to you.
Who the hell?
Hark! Get away from the...
Who the...
Oh, thank the gods. I thought you were another monster.
Huh.
Sydney Stokes, I presume.
Aye, that's right. Do I know you?
Don't think so. I'm here about Herbert Glover. I believe you know him. Or, should I say, knew him.
Okay.
His right jacket's doing something weird. Trying to ignore that.
Nice trick with the wall. How'd you manage it?
It wasn't me. She put the wall there with some kind of hocus pocus.
You said she put the wall here. Who is she?
She's our employer. I don't know her name or anything. She promised us a good payout for a simple job. And I fell for it like a chump.
What did she hire you to do?
The job seemed simple enough. Go to the collector's house, grab some fancy mirror, and then hoof it out of there.
Yeah, clearly this person knew what they were looking for.
So where's this fancy mirror now?
She took it. When me and Phil met her with the goods, they got into a big blowout and she shivved him. Okay, what am I to do now? Phil was the idea guy. I'm just a sap.
Were you hired to kill the collector too? Or was that
No,
just
I don't
for
think it was
laughs?
either.
I swear to, okay? It wasn't part of the plan. It was an accident. The guy started shooting at us and I panicked.
You panicked? Really? That's your excuse?
Please, SK is my witness. I didn't mean to kill anyone. I'll give you everything I have. Just let me walk.
Hate my life sometimes.
Look, you might be a sap, but at least you're not a sap. I'll look the other way, but you better get scarce, and fast.
Oh, thank you. You're a lifesaver. You won't see me again, I swear. Here, take this. Thanks again. What do you want?
We didn't get a description of the woman. I'm hoping that I don't need that.
Oh, Ma. I killed him. What have I done? What in the world have I done?
That was him after he killed Glover. I don't think I would have got very much information who she actually is. It clearly wasn't that important to the quest, so... Alright, well... Been pretty bad, everyone. It's been pretty bad. So we know a woman took possession of the mirror, killing O'Connell, and she known on the street, yeah, Phil O'Connell. She may fix what Francis has done. So Sydney, along was there with Squint, who's dead. Stokes actually killed Herbert during the robbery. Then later, at Phil's place, Squint's dead. She took the mirror, and she somehow locked Sydney in a wall. She was thin, old, and had a bad temper. She returned to Throgmorton to tell him what we found. You know what? I'm in large agreement with this. What are we getting ourselves into, kids? Also, for that matter, we also have ourselves another skill point. I mean, I can't really do a lot of stuff at the moment, I guess. I might just put it into improving our sanity, I guess. Sure. We'll just make ourselves better on the general front of things. Sounds like an idea. Don't know if I could go basement. I never looked. There was no basement. Alright then. Well, Sydney, a lot of bad shit went down here, man. Get the hell out of here. Alright then, so, that done. I believe it is time to make our way back to the manor and let them know what we found. Fortunately, with the power of fast traveling, I don't need to induct the power of editing. This is very good, and future Black Shadow will be very pleased with this, believe you me. Got ourselves quite a few fast travel points now, actually. Perhaps I would like a few more. Especially up, like, I've got nothing in this northern part of town. Didn't find any. I didn't really look too much, to be fair, but we'll get there soon enough. Alright. Let's have a chat with Robert and let him know the news.
I've looked into your delicate matter.
Excellent. Don't spare me any details.
Glover's dead. He was killed by a man named Sidney Stokes, who happened to be robbing his place. He wasn't working alone. He had a partner, Phil O'Connell. Didn't end up much better. All over some kind of mirror, apparently.
Truck. Where is the mirror now?
Their employer has it. Some mystery woman. I didn't get her name, but she obviously wasn't fooling around.
I see. So, my enigmatic competitor has finally shown her hand. And the thieves are both dead, you say?
Their employer decided to bump them off. Now, I hope that's not standard business practice in these parts.
You've proven to be far more valuable to me alive than dead, Mr. Reed. You have nothing to worry about in that regard.
All right. I've held up my end of the bargain. Now, it's your turn.
Of course, Mr. Reed. Here's your payment. Now that you know everything, would you accept the second part of the job?
Let me guess. You want me to track down the mirror?
Yes. And the one who so rudely snatched it from my grasp.
Sure.
I'm on it. Only got one lead, though. Our culprit had a bone to pick with someone named Francis. Mean anything to you?
Ah, yes. That is without doubt my father, Francis Throgmorton.
Ah.
Okay, rest his soul.
Interesting.
What's he got to do with this?
I found mention of the mirror in his records. That's what led me to take interest.
Right. So that's why he tried to buy it.
Your father was a prominent man. I'm sure he had enemies. Anyone come to mind?
None who would outlive him.
You mentioned your father left records. Mind if I take a gander at them?
The prospect of you rifling through my father's possessions does not fill me with joy, Mr. Reed. But if that's what you need, so be it. Take this key.
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to do the job, buddy, like, that's the way it's gotta be, so... Alright, so that's another case done here. Getting through these fairly decently. So now we know that it's been stolen. We now need to try and work out what it was. Glover's death did not interest Robert as much as the mirror stole from him, which is also rather notable. So looking for a woman, her bone to pick against Francis, which might well be his father. So we're gonna have to go and have a little look. Let's go upstairs. I'm assuming this is the door that was locked upstairs. This one here. Here we are. Have a look around. Francis Throgmorton Discoveries. The Unknown Africa.
Seems an ambitious expedition. Like father, like son.
Makes sense. All this stuff.
Curious craftsmanship. These must be worth a fortune. Looking sharp. But I guess that's the point.
I hate you right now. I don't even know where to begin. Huh.
1891 must have been a busy year for Francis.
Francis Throgmorton's expedition to Africa has proven to be one of the most ambitious, if sadly unappreciated, undertakings of 1891. He has returned with numerous historical artifacts, invaluable anthropological research, a newborn son, christened Robert, and a plethora of fascinating cultural insights. Today, in an exclusive interview with the Oakmont Chronicle, he has agreed to share some of those insights with us. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Because I don't know if I'm correct to be thinking about it. And if I am correct in thinking about what I think I'm thinking about, which hopefully you might also be thinking that I'm thinking about. That's just weird.
Kid looks a little familiar.
Only half the picture, though. Francis, divorce is no simple matter these days. It has never been in my legal practice. You must clearly define the fault you shall present to the court, the most common options being cruelty, adultery, or an incurable mental illness. It is my impression that your firstborn's death at the tender age of 7 dealt a blow to Bethany's health. I do sincerely hope she recovers, but the court won't share my concerns. Oakmont Asylum seems to be a very well-run place. The asylum, eh? I had been wondering when we'd eventually visit this place. Well, looks like that day might be today. A curious location. Alright, well, let's go pay it a visit, I guess. We've got time for this in this video. Shoot, what the heck. I'm gonna have to go there by foot, however, so I'll go to this off screen. I'll be right back. Alright, nice. Travel points, always good for me. Alright then. Guess I'm going around this way. The asylum. will admit, in my illustrious 11-year career of doing this hobby, I've been to more welcoming places on first sight. Is this place even occupied anymore? Look, one state asylum founded in 1874, graciously funded by the Throgmorton family. Hello?
I'm looking for Bethany Throgmorton. You got any patients by that name?
We'd know if we had a Throgmorton. Although, we do have a Bethany. Or rather, we did. She's missing. And not on one of her usual walks.
Ah, boy.
Her usual walks. You let patients leave the building?
Oh, Bethany was harmless, and she always came back. This time, well, I've never known her to be like that.
Already exceptionally skeptical about this place.
You mean she broke out?
Yes, knocked an orderly out cold. She was out the door in a moment. It took us all by surprise. She's usually harmless.
Any idea where she went?
No. She had been odd recently, though. Muttering to herself, and she drew this strange picture on her bedroom wall.
That's interesting. Can I take a look at her room?
I suppose it couldn't hurt. She had a separate room downstairs. Here's the key, but do watch out for broken glass.
Bye.
On the mountains of truth, you can never climb in vain. I see. Huh.
There's enough dope left in here to knock out a horse. The blood's almost dry. At 7 years each, that's a lot of bad luck. I'm glad it's not mine.
And you're telling me that you just let her out on one of these walks?
I will find it, baby boy. I promise. Just tell me more.
That's the picture. It's Herbert's manor.
Huh. Was this taken at gunpoint?
I think we know who we're looking for.
Someone had a field day defacing these.
All I do for my dear Hammond. I cannot forget that. Show me for thinking that reprobate Squint had more common sense than greed in him. He got the mirror, and I do not care how he did it, but when the time came for exchange, he wanted more. So much more, he had the gall to threaten me. Said he'd find a new buyer. What's done is done. No one has the right to come between a mother and her child. Hammond Throgmorton, Francis Throgmorton's firstborn, had been pronounced dead. Mortally injured in a mysterious accident during the family holiday, Hammond could not be revived despite the doctor's best efforts. Funeral will be held later this week with only family and close friends attending. In this dark and tragic hour, we are trying to remain grateful for all we have, including baby Robert. As my sole remaining heir, I will do all I can to protect him. You know something, kids? I'm not entirely sure that Robert Throgmorton is telling us everything he knows.
Stop right there.
You no longer have any power over me. I have found my Hammond. He's shown me the way. Randall Glassworks in Salvation Harbor. I can't believe it. The answers have been there since last century.
Time to piece this one together.
I've got a funny feeling Bethany was
right there.
not who they quite
He
thought.
escaped the asylum after getting the mirror from Glover. Next stop looks to be a factory called Randall Glassworks.
Indeed. Yeah, it looks like the doctors were trying to like sedate her, judging by all that massive bottle we found, but they failed miserably.
Haven't you seen the beast?
Maybe.
Do you see it?
Possibly. For a price. Alright, well, we're learning, kids. We're learning.
Seems that Bethany had a thing for mirrors. You know anything about that?
Oh, yes. Poor soul. She was convinced there was a boy called Hammond living in her mirrors. She talked to him every day.
I see. But...
Oops. Well, accidentally spun through that. Maybe.
Watch your pocket. Some patients here have wandering fingers.
I can believe that. Let's have a bit more of a look around here. What the heck before we leave and call it a video. In all chaos, there is a cosmos. In all disorder, a secret order. All these pictures. A bit weird, if you ask me.
My head. I still hear those voices. Let's play.
Hey, that's my gimmick.
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
Can you hear? Somebody singing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Can you hear it?
What a place.
Water me. Don't just stare at my leaves.
So he thinks he's eventually will end up where you're meant to be and will be doing what you're supposed to do. I'm not what has happened to me, I am what I choose to become. You know, I'm starting to think this place is less like an asylum and more like some kind of weird cult. You know what I mean? What the hell is this place?
What can I do for you?
I want to leave now. I think I'm done with this place, and I don't think I ever want to come back. What a... Can't come in here, can I? No! Damn, invisible walls. So, a factory called Randall Glassworks, eh? Salvation Harbor. Problem. Salvation Harbor's, it's a pretty big place. Gonna need to work out where on earth this is. Alright then, well I guess that's gonna be largely it for this one then, folks. We're gonna call that a day. So I suppose next time, we've still got these houses. There's one in Coverside. We'll probably go and pay a visit to that while we're here. Then I think we're going to have to do some more archive digging, trying to work out some locations. Where on earth we might be able to find this, whatever you want to call it. Find this, glassworks. Salvation Harbor. She thinks the answer's been there since the last century. We got some digging to do. I'll see you next time, kids.